Hi guys, so today's video is going to be on this makeup look. It's going to be a get ready with me / tutorial. So if you want to see how I achieve this makeup look, just keep on watching. Alright, so we're going to start by using some type of lip balm. I'm using the EOS lip balm and I always put that on before I start my makeup, that way I can keep my lips moisturized. I will go ahead and then use my Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer, and this one is the pore minimizing, and I'm just gonna just rub that all over my face. I am then going to go ahead and spray my Smashbox Photo Finish Primer water. And yes, I know that's usually before the primer, but I just wanted to see what happened if I sprayed it before that. And I am just going to put some tape kind of the outer corner of my eye, and that is just to keep my eyeshadow a little bit more sharp and clean, kind of have a clean edge. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that on both sides. Then I'm going to go ahead and put some of my Lorac eyeshadow primer, and yes, I did forget to do that before I put the tape on, so yeah, I just had to do that after. I do recommend putting it before, that way you can really get it all over your eyelid. Then I'm going to start with my Lorac Pro palette. This is the second palette, and I am going to go ahead and use the color Nectar all over my lid. And just make sure it really blends nicely, the way we don't have any harsh lines. The key to any look is to always blend, so I'm just gonna, like I said, use that all over my lid. Then I'm going to go ahead and use some of cool gray tone just on the crease of my eye to give it a little more depth. And I just go ahead and blend with a different brush to make sure there's, again, no harsh lines. Then I'm just going to grab a little bit of that color Snow in a Lorac palette and put that on the center of my eyelid to brighten it up just a little bit. Then I am going to use my Urban Decay Naked palette, and I'm going to use the Half Baked color, and I'm going to put that on the center of my eyelid as well, just to give that golden shimmery color. And I decided to get my brush wet, that way I have the gold just kind of was a little more bright when I did that. If you get an eyeshadow wet, it's usually more intense, so I did get my brush wet and use that color. And I decided it wasn't kind of shimmer enough or gold enough, so then I did use my Milani eyeshadow. Those are the powder gel eyeshadows, and it is the color gold, so again, I am going to put that in the center of my eyelid. I'm going to go back to my Lorac Pro palette, and I'm going to use the color Black And I'm just going to be placing that on the outer edge of my eye, and it's going to give it a little more sharp look and a dark smoky look to it as well. So just go ahead and place that all on the outer inner corner of your eye. And of course you're going to go ahead and go with a different brush and blend all that in. And now I am going to use my Too Faced chocolate bar, and I'm just going to be applying the color Triple Fudge on that outer corner of my eye, and it's just going to help blend that black and make it a little more of a brown color than black, obviously. So go ahead and just apply that and blend, blend, blend. And I am going with a clean brush, different brush now, to blend all that in. I just still wasn't, I felt like it was still a little too black, so I went and added a little more of that Triple Fudge with a semi-sweet on the chocolate bar. Then after we have all that in, I went back with a wet brush and added more of that Milani gold color to make that gold pop again. And again, I'm just applying a little more gold to my eyelid, and I did go a little bit to the crease of my eye, just to, I want to make sure that gold kind of blended with all the other colors as well. Then we're just going to go ahead and remove our tape carefully, and you can see a very nice clean edge. And I like to kind of blend that edge a little bit so it's not too harsh. I am using a black gel eyeliner from e.l.f. and I'm just going to line my eyes, and I'm going to follow that edge of my eyeshadow. I was trying really hard to keep all that eyeliner process in camera, but sometimes it's too hard. So then I'm just going with some green concealer. You can use any green concealer. I'm using NYX, and it's just to kind of cover those red or spots or blemishes we have, and you know, we have to thank the time of the month for all that, right? And I am going with just, you can use again any other kind of concealer on top of that green to cover it up, and I'm just covering up the dark spots. The one I'm using is from Maybelline, and it is specially for dark spots. I don't know the name of it exactly, I can't remember because it's already erased from the package, so but it is from Milani. Now I didn't know which one to use, and I decided to go ahead and use my foundation from e.l.f., and that is the Acne Fighting Foundation. It is a little more heavy, but I was going out and it was a night look, so I decided to go with that, and it is full coverage. So I just went and applied some of that to my hand, and I used a foundation brush to kind of apply it to my face, and it gives a little bit more coverage as well when you use a brush first. Then I'm going to go ahead and use a beauty blender to blend that foundation in, and it just, like I said, when you go in with a brush and then use your beauty blender, it gives it a little bit more coverage. And yes, a disaster happened. I went over with my beauty blender on my eyeshadow, so we'll go ahead and fix that in a bit. And I am using my NYX Matte But Never Flat foundation. I'm just using that to set my liquid foundation. As you can see, I was a little shiny. I was trying the Smashbox primer for the first few times, so it was just kind of settling with my skin and with the prime water as well. So, and of course my skin was just a little bit too oily on those days, but once I set that in, you can tell the difference, and it just gives a nice, not too matte, kind of dewy finish to the skin after I set that foundation in with the powder. And of course you want to go ahead and go all the way down to your neck so you can blend your foundation and not look two different colors in your face and your body. So make sure you go in and bring that all the way down to your neck. Then I'm just going to grab a spoolie and kind of brush my eyebrows. I am using a NYX eyebrow pencil. It's really similar to the Anastasia one, so I'm just going to go ahead and use that to fill in my eyebrows. And I mostly did my eyebrows off camera because my camera died, so I just finished them off camera. And I'm using that Anastasia clear brow gel to set them in. I am going to go back to my Lorac palette, and I'm going to use the color Buff and place that on my brow bone. Going to go ahead and apply my eyelashes, and first I'm going to curl my eyelashes, and I just like to curl them a little bit so that they're easier to blend with the eyelashes. Then I just like to apply a coat of mascara just so that my eyelashes keep their curl. If I don't, they won't stay up, so I do just apply one coat before I apply my lashes. And I do like to line my upper waterline just so that those eyelashes look a little bit more full. And I have already applied eyelashes off camera since it is a struggle for me trying to apply them on camera. And I did apply a coat of mascara, and I just grabbed tweezers and kind of squished the fake lashes with my natural lashes. That way they kind of stay together and blend within each other more. And I eyelined my bottom waterline with just a Rimmel nude color eyeliner, and that just helps your eyes to pop. It makes them look a little bit bigger, so I'm going to use that instead of a black eyeliner. Then I'm using my Jane concealer, and I'm going to apply a little bit of that under my eyes. And I am going to kind of blend that a little bit with my finger first before I blend it in with anything else. Just going to go ahead and add my highlighter. I am using the MAC Prep and Prime, and this is in the color Radiant Rose, and I'm just using that kind of a sun cream highlighter. And I'm going to go ahead and blend that with a brush and kind of mix those in together. That way, they blend nicely and I don't look like two separate, two different colors. Going to add some of that MAC Prep and Prime to the bridge of my nose, the center of my forehead, and my cupid's bow, and of course a little bit on my chin just to highlight those areas a little bit more. And of course grabbing that beauty blender to blend all that in. Just going to set that with some of my NYX Pro Contour and Highlighting Powder, and don't know what color I used, but it is kind of like the more banana color in the palette. I'm going to go ahead and use my NYX blush in taupe to contour, and yes, I was having a little hard opening that. That blush from NYX, it's great for contouring. It does have kind of like a gray tone to it, and so it looks a little more natural. I love that. With a different brush from Real Techniques to kind of blend that contouring and make a little, make it look a little bit less harsh. I am going again with that palette from NYX on the Highlighting Contour Pro palette, again with that kind of banana color, and placing that just below my contouring. That way it looks a little bit, more defined. And of course, I'm taking the Benefit Hoola bronzer and placing that on my forehead and wherever else I feel it's needed. And I'm just going to go ahead and use a brush to blend all that in, especially on my nose. So make sure you don't forget to blend your nose. You don't want to have two brown lines in the middle of your nose. And I'm using a blush from NYX, and it's a very nice kind of natural color. Don't want anything over the top because our eyes are the center of attention in this look, so you want something a little bit more natural. Then I am just using, I think it's a baked highlighter from e.l.f. and placing that on the top of my cheekbones and a little bit of on my forehead, just to highlight those spots that need to stand out a little more. And of course, you also want to blend all that in so there's no harsh lines. Then I'm going to use a kind of light brown lip liner to line my lips, and I actually can't find the eyeliner right now, and I don't remember what brand is it from, but again, you can use any brown lip liner to line your lips. And it looks kind of messy, but trust me, it'll be fine at the end. Then I am just going to use a lipstick from Rimmel. You can use any lipstick. The one I'm using is color 644 and it's called Let's Get Naked. And again, we want to keep those lips a little bit more natural because our eyes have so much going on. So just make sure you use a little bit more of a natural color on your lips. So yeah, that is pretty much it. We got our look finished, makeup is done, and all there's left is my hair. So I'll be back in just one sec. Okay, so this is the finished look. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please give it a thumbs up if you did like it and subscribe if you would like to see more. Until next time.